Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. I am husband to Amanda Sellers. She runs a channel on YouTube called The Sellers Dozen. Together we have 10 children. I am a former employee of the mining industry turned entrepreneur. And I am so glad that you're here with me this morning. This morning we're going to talk about the benefits of getting up at 5 a.m. and why I think it is such an important habit to start implementing into your life today or tomorrow, depending on what time you're watching this. So let's jump right into it. All change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. That is a quote that I read out of the 5 a.m. Club book. It is very informative, fun, and a little over the top. Some of the characters in that book just do the craziest, off-the-wall, random things. If you haven't read it, you should go check it out. I really think it would elevate your mornings. Getting up at 5 a.m. hasn't always been my preferred choice. I used to be somewhat of a night owl. I would stay up until 1, maybe even 2 o'clock in the morning. At one point in my life, I even worked night shift. I would go in to work at 6 o'clock in the afternoon every night and get off at 6 a.m. in the morning. Although I was doing what I had to do, that was a very rough time in my life. Spending time with my family was difficult. Whenever I came home, everyone had to walk on eggshells so that they didn't wake me up. After working all night long, I'm sure you can imagine, we soon come to find out that this wasn't the best setup for our family, and I needed to do something different. Thankfully, it wasn't long after that, I was awarded a daytime job to which I would get up at 5 o'clock every morning. Making that switch from staying up all night long to getting up at 5 a.m. was one of the most difficult things I've ever had to go through. Although that was a pivotal moment in my past, I now have the opportunity to work from home. I get to wake up every morning at 5 o'clock and start my day not in a rush, not in a hurry. I get to start at my own pace. But I don't always wake up ready to take on the world. So there are a few things that I need to do every morning to make sure that I am awake and ready for the rest of my day. First, I like to wash my face and then take care of personal hygiene. I then start with some light stretching so that I can get blood pumping to my muscles and blood pumping to my brain. It just helps me not feel as sluggish throughout the rest of the day. Summa Health states in an article titled 4 Benefits to Waking Early. Many studies show that people who wake earlier are far less likely to develop depression, anxiety, and other mood disorders. Along with boosting my psychological health, it also allows me to work on self-care. My self-care might be different than yours. It can be as simple as meditation, light exercises, or even spending time outside with a cup of coffee, embracing all of nature and the sounds and noises that come with it. Just do whatever brings you peace and gives you that head start to accomplishing your goals throughout the rest of the day. One of the most special things about getting up early in the morning is that there just isn't any noise. I wake up and the whole house is quiet, the neighbors are quiet, there's no traffic, so I get to spend the first 30 to 45 minutes in solitude. This 30 to 45 minutes is super important. There are less distractions. I can start planning for the rest of my day in order to make sure that the things on my checklist get checked off. If you don't have a checklist, I really advise that you write a checklist for your today goals. After that 30 to 45 minutes, the world starts to wake up around you. Just listening to nature wake up and watching the sun emerge over the horizon. It's one of my favorite things in the morning, and it provides a stress-free environment. Even though there are very few distractions in the morning, it is extremely important for you to make a healthy routine. If you don't have systems put in place, it will be more likely that you just wake up and waste that time. In order for me to alleviate that risk, I've found that it is best for me to follow the same patterns every day. Following the same pattern every day will allow you to get into that productive routine that allows you to feel accomplished and get things done. After I'm done with my self-care routines in the morning, then I have the ability to choose one of multiple different options on how I'd like to proceed with my day. I suggest that these activities that you choose align with your goals of personal growth. Those activities will be different for me than they are for you. I like to work on perfecting my speech in the mornings, so I will look up some videos on exercises that I can do that would allow me to be able to communicate better. I also like to do some reading I have a goal of reading about 20 pages a day, and being able to focus on that in the morning allows me to get that goal accomplished. I would like for you to take the time right now and jot down some activities focused towards your personal growth goals you can do each and every morning that will allow you to take that one extra step towards accomplishing that goal. Maybe it's meditation, exercise, or maybe even writing a journal every morning. Each of these activities has the ability to change your mindset and increase your motivation, increase your creativity, and increase your thoughtfulness. In my previous video, I mentioned writing down your aspirations and how that will transform your life. If you haven't checked out that video, the link will be in the bottom. The beauty of waking up early in the morning is that it is your time to do with what you wish before all of the world's demands fall on your shoulders. If you want to work on personal growth, if you want to work on reading emails, do what you have to do in order to elevate your morning and elevate your life. Just try not to wake up in the morning and start scrolling social media. Nobody wants to pick up their phone and be scrolling social media for the next 2 hours. My suggestion is get out of bed and don't even touch your phone. Focus on the tasks that will improve the you today, the you tomorrow, and the you a year from now. Here's a bit more motivation from Robin in his book, The 5 a.m. Club. Have the results the top 5% of producers have. You must be willing to do what 95% of people are unwilling to do. While the practice of waking early is nothing new, it is widely used and observed by those who are successful. Brian Tracy, in one of his blogs, underscored this notion that getting up before 5 a.m. is a daily habit of Apple CEO Tim Cook, Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, and Benjamin Franklin. They may have mastered the art of elevating their day by rising early, but each of their morning routines are going to look drastically different. For example, Tim Cook likes to rise early in the morning and read morning emails and address notes, while Mark Wahlberg likes to get up and start his day with an ice plunge and a gym session. Despite the differing outcomes of each of these routines, they share a common goal: to align individuals with their personal convictions and empower them to start their day early, ready to chase their goals. Now, as you reflect on embracing change and the transformative potential of early mornings, I urge you to take action. Start tomorrow with intentionality. Rise before the sun. Greet the day with purpose and craft a morning routine that sets you up for success. Whether it's through self-care practices or personal growth activities, take this opportunity to invest in yourself and your future. Your mornings hold the key to unlocking your full potential. Start unlocking it today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that like button so that other people who are like you and me can come along with us on this journey and elevate their lives. Guys, I really appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.